The Circus EP by Mick Jenkins. Mick Jenkins went the whole 2019 without releasing a project. With what feels like a whole year off, can Mick Jenkins bounce back and gain the momentum he was beginning to build? How do we feel about the new EP? Here's our honest review of the Circus EP by Mick Jenkins.
Circus EP, Mick Jenkins. Dude is a beast.
Yes, sir.
How you feel about this album artwork?
I think it's really dope. I really love the oil pastel kind of look to it, but I just really like just the imagery on the cover itself. It's the circus, but I just really like how he designed it. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure 100% what it's supposed to symbolize, but I do think the style of drawing of it is actually really nice. I like the way he's juggling, standing on one foot on top of an elephant, which is standing on top of a ball, which has a ring of fire around it, which is holding a thing of plates, and so it's almost like maybe they're just trying to say, the music career is a juggling act.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could possibly be what it is.
Could be.
The flow of this project, man, is I don't really know how to put it into words, but if I'm just going to kind of give it away, I thought Mick Jenkins, for the most part, was going in throughout this project, but I felt like he picked some pretty dreary sounding instrumentals to rock over for this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he was lyrically, on it, but it lacked a little bit of oomph, throughout the project.
Highlights, man. So highlights for me, the first one that comes to mind is The Light featuring Earth Gang. This song is actually the hardest song on this project. This joint is fire. Olu and Dr. Venus.
Johnny Venus and Dr. Dot.
Dr. Dot. Yeah, they straight killed that joint, man. Love their verses. Love how Mick Jenkins came through and he did what he did. And throughout the project, Mick lyrically does his thing. The Fit is also another song that I actually thought was really cool.
Yeah, Carefree was the first one I was just like, yo, okay, I like this flow. I like this beat as well put together. I thought it was dope. The Light is outstanding. I really love the vibe that they brought, and I felt like Mick matched that vibe that they gave off, so it was a perfect collaboration on that one. And I like the wordplay and lyrics on different scales.
Lowlights. So the thing with me is the instrumentals that they chose. So like Same Old, it's not like the beats are whack. That's one first thing I just want to say. It's not like the beats are whack. But as I was listening to this project, I kept saying to myself, if I played this for him, how long would it take before he tunes out? Because the whole thing is the beats are like boring. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's killing it. He was putting in work with the bars, but Same Old, Flaunt, and it's like, I like Flaunt, don't care for the beat. I'm Convinced, I like it, don't care for the beat. Same with Different Scale. So it was just like, man, you gotta pick better beats. It has to be a combination of dope lyrics, a dope beat, and a dope hook. You have to be able to bring all three of them to the table to make a really solid project. And I feel like he dropped the ball with the beat selection throughout this project. And it's not like Mick Jenkins always picks the most energetic beats to rock on. But when I think back to the Healing component or Water, they still had like this vibe where it gets your mind churning when you're listening to it. And with these instrumentals, I don't feel like he actually accomplished that for me.
Well, I actually feel the opposite. I thought the production on here was good, but my problem was just his intensity matching that production. Like, I felt like he had the bars, he had the lyrics and everything like that, but I was tuning out because I wasn't as enthused as by his voice and how his just his intensity with the songs. Like, I couldn't figure out what it was, because like when I went back to listen to Carefree and Delight, I'm just like, yo, I'm into it. But with Same Old, Flaunt, The Fit, I'm Convinced, it's like Same Old, I didn't like that was a bad beat. Flaunt, that was a bad beat, but The Fit and I'm Convinced and Different Scales, I thought had good production, but I just couldn't really get with him. Like, you know how you can get with a beat, but when the artist is on there and you just like, just nodding, and I'm just like, I can't really get into it. But like, when I went back to just read some lyrics, I'm like, he's spitting. So I really don't know what it is. It's a weird thing that I just couldn't wrap myself around, and I just felt like part of me wanted to say like, is he bored while rapping this? But I don't think anybody's bored when they're writing music. But that's just what I came off to be.
Final thoughts, man. So what you just said at the end is how I felt throughout the project. I was just like, maybe he was going through something.
Yeah.
Maybe something was happening for this type of energy to come through the songs.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why he picked these beats, because it may have matched his mood at the time. But I don't know. That's just speculation. What I can say, though, is that I feel like he kind of missed the mark with this one. Will his fans rock with this? Absolutely. They'll show up to the show. Yeah. They'll rock out to this. Is this going to bring in a whole bunch of new fans? I don't think so.
You think this would sound better live?
And yeah, some of these songs definitely will. Like Flaunt is going to go off inside of a building.
Yeah.
Carefree is going to go off on the building. Same it could start off a show.
Yeah.
So it's, like I said, his base is going to be extremely happy with this.
Yeah.
But you're trying to grow as an artist. I mean, unless you're completely happy where you are, you still want to grow a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't have to sell out, but at the same time, you got to kind of throw a bone, you know what I'm saying? And kind of just do something a little bit different, because I don't feel like this comes off as like an evolution for what he's done so far.
Yeah, especially after you've taken a year off and everything, you want to come back with something that's going to be more impactful. And I really don't think this was the project to like say, this is 2020, this is a new year, and I'm about to just come out swinging. Now, he could drop something else in the future and everything like that. But if you took in a long hiatus as he has, you don't want to come back swinging. So I just don't feel like he came back swinging with this one. Carefree and the Light, I thought was on point, but for the most part, it just didn't grab my attention.
Final grade. Think back to when you heard like Friday Night Lights for the first time.
I was at work.
You were probably like
working second shift.
So you could remember
working all night, bagging chairs.
And that joint came on and you like, God damn.
Mm-hmm. Too deep for the
or
intro.
Back when you heard Ambition. Or back when
I was at work, working a third shift night that night.
Or Album About Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I was working bagging groceries. Yeah.
My point is, they're all prominent comeback moments in these artists' careers.
Right.
And I don't feel like this did that. After time off, I didn't get that from any song. And so he killed the light. But if you take Earth Gang off of the song, does it still hold the same weight?
I was going to mention that, but I didn't want to sound like a hater. But I felt like because he had that energy and that vibe, he matched it with them. But I don't know if he would have been able to capture that same essence if they weren't on it.
And just to be fair, based off the comparison I was running, if you removed Drake from Hit It in the Morning, would the song still be good? I think so.
Yeah. Because there's a version.
Got the dope beat.
There's a version without Drake.
Without Drake. You still got the beat.
Yeah.
You still got the lyrics.
Yeah.
So and then you still got the hook that's dope.
Yeah.
You got all three components to a hot song.
Right.
And the light, you got Earth Gang on the hook.
Yeah.
The beat sounds like an Earth Gang style beat.
Yeah.
But I could see Mike Jenkins on it.
Yeah.
And Mike Jenkins had a dope verse. So unless the hook sounded the same with him on it, all I'm saying is, I felt like this was a missed opportunity to grow your base immensely.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is like a hamster wheel situation where you put something out, but you still running in the same spot. And I want Mick Jenkins to blow up because I think he's a super talented artist. I'm gonna give it a dash, but you got to pick better beats and you got to make sure the hooks is tight. The Flaunt hook is alright. The light hook is dope. The Carefree hook is dope. But we just got to make sure that if you got 7 songs and hooks, at least 6 of them got to just be straight fire, because you need to be able to grow your base. Like when Detroit came out for Big Sean, and people were just like, "Yo." Yeah.
Well, I have to give this an X. I feel like just 2 tracks weren't alone to just give him even a dash. I feel like he can come harder than this, and I know he can. So. Yeah, I'll just have to give it an X.
My dash is basically for the spitting and the light, like spitting throughout all 7 tracks, and then the light, the song in general.
Feel you.